exist now? Am I real? Hello. Okay, yeah. I mean, no, that's all part of it. That's all part of the show. Yeah, I forget that anime Mikey moves as I do. It's much more responsive than old hologram Mikey. Hey, hello everybody. Woo. Welcome, cable dogs. Yeah, I've undergone another transformation. As always, I don't think we need to get into it too much. You know, I don't think that we need to really get bogged down in the detail of why I'm now a hunky anime boy. But let's just accept that, yeah, for the time being, I am. So, I would just hope that you could all be happy for me on my new journey. You could all just accept that your friend MikeO now has hair that can do this whenever I want it to. And isn't that fun? And don't we maybe prefer that to MikeO Classic? And also I can do this. See? I'm still quiet. What the heck? Am I? Yeah, maybe I've just become coy. Let me turn myself up a little bit. Okay, how's this? Is that any better at all? My setup's no different than usual, except for all the huge amounts of extra things that I've asked my poor little machine to do. And thank you, Draza, for the offer of buying me a new one. I will accept that offer. That offer is necessary for me, as yeah, my poor little engine cannot with everything that I'm requesting of it. Yes, yeah, no, I haven't just become suddenly a genius. I haven't just decided to become much better than even you at doing shit like this. I've literally just spent days trying to find ready-made things that will do this. I did. Look, I drew this hair. I drew the little moustache on him. I got him all coloured in nice. But yeah, I didn't start from scratch. Are we imagining I might have? Am I still fucked up? What is going on here? I can only apologise, especially as the majority of what I do on here is talking. It's all I have to offer. So I wonder, how's that? How's that? Better? Worse? Louder, but it's bad that I'm louder? There we go. Okay. I'm a little bit douche-up. Yeah. Did he do a floating head thing? Or are you just calling me a toilet? Is that what's happening here? Just enjoying my swooshy head. I don't know if I can do 360. I think I can. In fact, well, I know I can. I just don't know if I can do it quite as easily as I'd like to. So ready-mades. Oh right, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Yeah, sure. Yeah, this is found materials. You know, this is reclaimed anime boy. As I said, look, he's not totally. I've Mike'ified him. I've given him my floating head. Would you believe they wanted me to have a body? This software doesn't know its market at all. Uh-oh. Of course there's Habboon. There's always Habboon in the background. Habboon is my backdrop. Habboon is my roaring fireplace as I tell stories. There's always a duck and a ka-ching. As you see, the last few weeks, very rarely do I even attempt to achieve anything in Habboon. I just like having it there, just so that I'm not on here saying, you know, this isn't a talk show. This isn't just ego. There is substance to it. There is a premise, I promise. So as always, let's have a look before we get started at everything in the Verse Lab. Let's see who we're going to have as an option today. So these are our options. You can see I spent all my time figuring out how to anime myself, and so there aren't any new ones this week. But considering we've only picked one out of these 6 options so far, I think that's still a pretty good selection for whoever wants to meet another one. And in fact, this week I almost didn't do this because I thought, I'm already introducing you to anime, MikeO. Do we need a second MikeO? But then I thought, there's no good way that I can conceive of doing of anime version of me being a character that wouldn't get Cable 2 immediately cancelled, and so I'm not sure it quite counts the same as all the other MikeOs. Yeah, nobody can lose. Who's FA today? Oh yeah, there was an interest in FA last week too. I don't know who that is. That FA's been there from the first week we were doing this. Just sat there, the wallflower on the side of the dance hall. So yeah, I'll be honest, I don't remember. I don't know who FA is. We'll find out. Maybe today. It looks quite likely that FA is going to be on the top of the leaderboard. So what I did think we'd do today, as always, I'm going to have some Habboon in the background. If you want to join, I'll put the website in. Ah, what's this?
RB alert. RB alert. Hey everybody. It's an RB alert.
Sorry, I didn't realise that. I didn't see. I scan for the name RB. If I don't see RB, how am I to know that an RB alert is necessary? No, oh god, there's no bot command for RB alert. RB does have the most bot commands of anyone on the stream team, I think. So maybe it's okay that we don't have a bot command. Scared? No, it's not. It's not a warning. It's not a warning that, oh no, there's an RB in the area, you better leave. It's hey everybody. RB alert. RB's here. RB is here to stay. Let's make our way back here. So yeah, I thought we'd have a little bit of Habboon. I will, yeah, for anyone who somehow doesn't have this website committed to memory, I'll put it there in the chat. So we can have a little Habboon time together. Then I might read some scary ghost stories as well. I found so got some options of things. We could go back to that old fan fiction that we started reading before if people want to continue that saga, figure out what's going down in Habbo / Transformers. Or I found a fan script for an alternate universe version of Scream, as far as I can tell, which is interesting. I started reading it and I thought it was quite funny, although it might be a little bit real world cruel to do that, because it is just, you know, it's fan fiction. It's a regular guy just trying their best to write something, and maybe it would come across as mocking to do that. But what else I've got, if we decide against that, is I've got the script written in 1997 by Rob Zombie, a proposed sequel to The Crow set in the future of 2037. And I remember reading this as a kid and even then thinking, this is nonsense. So that seems like something that is rich for revisiting today, maybe. And yeah, Future Crow is, I had an idea that might be the popular one. It's pretty good, and you know, scary ghost stories, as we all know, as the song says, that's what you tell at Christmas, right? Everybody knows at Christmas you tell scary ghost stories and tales of the glories of Christmases long, long ago. It's tradition. It wouldn't be in a song if that weren't true. Let's hop over to big screen. Hello, whoa, you can really see me. He's a little chatterbox. Oh no, just catching flies now. Did I confuse you, Anime MikeO? Did I confuse you? Yes. Easily confused, aren't you? Let's get this TV switched on. Here we go. We're in Habboon. We're booning it. Yeah, maybe I can show you what else I can do. What emotion does this read as to you? What are you getting from this? Oh, he's trying to talk through it as well. He's trying to talk through the snarl. Yeah, I think men. It's described as angry in my holographic image inducer, but yeah, I'm not totally sure. I don't watch anime. Maybe this is what anime people look like. I can't do it. Anime stresses me out. They move at the wrong speed. They're either too fast or too slow. You know, there's frames missing all the time. It looks like it's like you were talking about, Jaza, of people doing slow mo when their camera isn't up to scratch. That's what anime looks like to me. Just everything is slightly blurry one way or the other, and it just is too much for me. I can't deal with it. It just gets my heart racing. What about this guy? This is fun. This is what I look like when I'm having fun. If I was an anime, I look joyful, look fun-filled. Ladies, prolonged wink. Oh, I think I just blinked through the wink. Whoa, I did. Oh, I'm enjoying this. As you can tell, I haven't had a lot of time to explore this. I built myself, and then found a software that would actually track me in it successfully, which apparently they don't want Mac users to do any of the things I'm trying to do. I think I've obviously hitched my wagon to the wrong megacorp. We could do a dating sim. This is, yeah. Oh, I wish you'd said that to me before. I could have retooled the whole show this week. Yeah, maybe there'll be one week where we get to meet all of the MikeOs, and it'll be up to you, the fans, to choose your own adventure. But for now, I'm feeling sorrow because I didn't think of that in time. However, I'm feeling joyous that I still get to hang out with all my friends and read Rob Zombie scripts and play on Habboon. There are a lot of MikeOs out there. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Noel, did you know that I'm doing all these stupidly ambitious things, media source wise, window capture wise, on machines that very explicitly don't allow you to do these things. That are I don't really understand why either, because the main reason I've stuck with Mac for so long is because most of the stuff I do on Mac is like I use a lot of creative software. I use a lot of Photoshop and Final Cuts and Logic, so it sort of makes it, it's supposed to be the creative thing, and yet I tell it that I want to turn a Twitch stream into a show with opening and end credits and transition scenes and VTubing, and it tells me no. It's too imaginative, MikeO. We will not allow this. We cannot allow this. Steve Jobs didn't code Mac from scratch in the 80s with that in mind. Look, it is possible. You can do a lot on it. I mean, for a lot of things, Mac is still kind of the standard. Although I honestly, I think that's probably less true nowadays than it used to be, in terms of software you want to use, creative editing stuff. I think a lot of that is cross-platform now. But yeah, if you ever decide you want to do something a little weirder, Mac is no longer the place to do that, I gotta say. But I mean, I can't imagine now. I haven't used a Windows computer apart from like if I've worked in an office or something that's used them since I was 17. So I don't. I don't know that I can switch back now. I'm institutionalized. I'm genuinely, I'm just, it's just habit now. I'm just stuck with it. I can't break free. Yeah, there's very little. I think much more often, even outside of the gaming world, which is always, you know, not favoured Mac. I think it is very rare now that there's a Mac exclusive program that you couldn't find a good equivalent of for whatever other OS you're using, and that is as much as I know about computers. It's just trying to do stupid things. It's all I want. And I will say this, every Apple product I've had has been worse than the previous generation of it. They are progressively becoming terrible. There was, before I got my current Mac, I was toying with the idea of switching. I was just thinking, I've had enough. I can't open anything. And then the sales guy convinced me to try SSD instead, because my old Mac had a horrible mechanical hard drive, that was the main reason it wasn't opening stuff properly. But now things have advanced again. The new Mac won't even let you do anything that isn't like 64-bit, which made, I would say, more than half of the apps that I had on my MacBook obsolete. It means I can't do a lot of stuff that I've tried to do on the show too. If when we were trying to play Myst Online together, that used to be something I could do quite simply, but I had to find a huge, horrible workaround to get it to work on my now 64-bit exclusive Mac. It is really tough. Synth, you might actually be in a better boat then. If you haven't upgraded past that might be okay. Yeah, it is frustrating, and it's getting more frustrating. And I have genuinely, in the last few days, trying to figure out how to do this. And in particular, you know, the last few weeks, having all these videos that are supposed to play during my show without stuttering constantly. I have thought, God, I should just get myself a nice desktop PC that can just run things. I spent years Googling frantically to be like, how do I make this work on a Mac? What is the workaround? What sort of wineskins crossovers do I need to download and figure out how to use? Like, I shouldn't have to type as many lines of code as I have in my life as a Mac user. Sure, I never had to go into any sort of terminal and type in stuff back when I had a PC when I was a kid. Apart from when I was on DOS, but that's only because I'm disgustingly old that I remember having to do stuff like that. Hi, Eurodove. Yeah, I realise all of this sounds like I'm debating the Mac versus Windows thing. Let me please stress officially that I do not care. I'm not. I said I've used the Mac for a long time. That is why I have a Mac, just because I've had one since I was a teenager, and I'm just very used to it. And it, for a long time, it was very suitable for my needs. I didn't need to look elsewhere. I liked the way it worked, and it worked fine. And now it doesn't. So I'm not tribal. I'm not. I'm not really. I have no attachment to anything. I believe in nothing. I'm basically a nihilist. I'm basically just a very cool guy smoking a clove while I stream. Yeah, I'm not a nerd. I can't stress this enough. I know last week I was going on about how, I think my tastes as I'm getting older are no longer cool, and I'm okay with that. That is not to say I'm embracing being uncool. I'm just above it all. I'm actually, in a way, I'm cooler than anyone. In a way, I'm extra cool for not having concerns like this. I've made it very clear that I don't watch things with dragons in it, so I at least have that. Yes, oh yeah, I should say I'm a different MikeO than usual. Of course, I'm anime MikeO. It might sound like I'm talking sincerely and out of character and breaking kayfabe, but in fact, that's just the type of MikeO that I am. In my world, in anime world, I know I said I don't watch anime earlier. That's true. I'm from an anime world. I just have no interest in my surroundings. I have no way of connecting or empathizing with my peers. It is a sad, lonely life. But on the plus side, I can jump very high, and it's very easy to pass the time. If you are sick of being in an anime world, it's cool, because if you just look up in shock at something, it will take 10 minutes to react, and that's just a good way to waste time until you die, in my opinion. Yeah, Yuridov, you can say learning another language. How many languages do you speak? You're our resident polyglot, aren't you? For you, I imagine saying it's like learning another language is like how most people say it's like riding a bike. But yeah, I don't know if I can really get on with it. I mean, I'm not super unfamiliar with Windows. I could probably handle it. Like I said, I have had occasion to have to use a PC now and again. But I will say, a few years ago, I boot camped a version of Windows, and it had been a long time since I touched a Windows computer, and it was I don't remember which one it was. It was maybe Windows 10. It was the one where it suddenly started looking like a tablet. It stopped looking like a computer OS, like a desktop OS, and started just looking exactly the same as all their mobile OSs, and that was baffling to me. That was very confusing. I couldn't find anything. Yeah, I think Habboon in general is a little bit broken. People are screaming at Habboon right now about how it's broken. They're saying that their kids are crying because they can't get on Habboon. And yeah, my lag is horrible. I wonder if is it already ending? This can't be the end of Habboon, can it? Has anyone else managed to get in Habboon? Drazo, are you successfully in? Does it look okay to you? Yeah, okay, let's try moving into another room. If not, we can take a little pause. Oh, I like everything's become Christmassy in the menu though. Yeah, I'll take a little pause from there. Oh, I see RB. RB starting a classic RB bit in Habboon. Will it bear fruit? I'm sure it will. Oh, I see Spooky. I see you. You made it through the doorway. You made it through the doorway. Synth, don't you dare put your username and password in the chat again. That's illegal. Right, I'm going to the coffee house quickly to see if that's any better. If not, I'll start regaling you with the tale of Crow 2037, A World of Gods and Monster. Well, that's all right. We've got our chat. This is a good chat. We've got a nice crowd in here. We got a nice amount of chatters. Yeah, I'm in the coffee shop. Oh, well, there's only like 2 people in the coffee shop, and one is complaining that they can't see what they're typing in chat, which is a reasonable complaint, I think. Let's see if I can. Oh, it's working for me. I think coffee shop is. Yeah, coffee shop is smooth. Smooth like those famous beans. There we go, having a nice conversation with someone called Paris. I've told them I'm MikeO, and they've said, "Hi, MikeO," which is, in my opinion, the perfect start to a friendship. The perfect start to a conversation. The perfect start to a relationship. No, Uradov, play hooky. Yeah, this is a good chat, isn't it? That's what I'm saying. It's a good chat. Look, I know we've discussed that your password is completely random. I appreciate that. But still. I don't know if you've even noticed, but it does, by pure coincidence, say something fairly mean about me. Here we go. Oh no, Arby's been fired. Arby, what did you do to be fired? It's not like you. Usually you rise through the ranks. You're one of the best agents in the FBI. How could you get fired from the coffee shop where you were presumably working undercover? Yeah, we've got Dr. Disrespect, Twitch royalty, or something. I'll be honest, I didn't know who he was before he got banned, and that's once again not me being too cool for something. I'm just unknowledgeable about this sort of thing. But now, obviously, I love Twitch, and I know all about it. I know everything. Yeah, well, he's a guy. He got banned from Twitch, and no one will say why. Unclear whether he deserved it or not. Nobody knows. Nobody will say, not even him. If anybody knows any more than that, they're welcome to teach me. But I just can tell you. Boy, we are stretching out of this screen, aren't we? Hadn't realised that. Okay, well. Maybe let's. I'm just messing around with this bit right here so that we can maybe see a little bit more of what's happening. Yeah, maybe that's nicer. Maybe I'm just stood in front of this. Maybe that's what's going on. There we are, a little clearer for everybody. What's going on? We're checking stuff out, are we? Checking some things. Oh wow, it genuinely is Dr. Disrespect. I thought we were just saying that he looked a bit like the guy, but that is yeah, undeniably Dr. Disrespect. Let's get ourselves some of those beans. Get ourselves some bean soup, bean juice. Then okay. Oh right, I thought Paris was flirting with one of you guys. I was getting very excited that we made another Cable 2 love connection. Arby's on the Truman Show. Does everybody know this? Arby's on the Truman Show. And I think that we should all offer our support in this time to our friend as they go through something difficult, no doubt. I've also realised that I have accidentally begun cosplaying as Agent Cooper, as I'm still wearing my funeral suit and drinking a lot of coffee. Dr. Disrespect is a so actually I can answer this. Dr. Disrespect is the wife of Joe Biden, if I'm remembering right, and there has been a lot of outcry recently about their use of the title Doctor, whether they have earned it, not being an MD, just being a PhD, and you know, lots of debate there about what the term Doctor means to begin with. You know, is it sexist? Is the only reason we're saying that Joe Biden's wife, First Lady, Dr. Disrespect, can't be a doctor because she's married to Joe Biden. Steven Seagal doing a promotional tie-in with Habbo is a very multiverse thing. I think that would be huge for us. I would love that for us. Yeah, we got doctors in the chat. We've got lots of doctors in the chat. We've got Dr. Draza, got Dr. Wolf Cola, Doctor of Chemicals. Synth is a disgraced doctor. The medical board keeps insisting that he not use his title. He's been stripped of it, but refuses to take it off of the business cards. As just ordered 5,000 from Vistaprint. Can't send them back. They're customized, personalized. No, I don't think anyone's called you a doctor before. But you do mess around with machines. You do like to play God. You did abandon your only son. Which I guess I'm just talking myself into saying that you're a deity more than a doctor. So yeah, sort of led myself down a different path there already. I was trying to justify you being a doctor, but I think I may have just simply convinced myself to worship you as a higher power, which is fair because you are a paranormal entity. That is canonical, right? Oh no, is everybody... Because when we came into the coffee house, there was nobody. And now, I've been abandoned in my corner, have I? I see how it is. Yeah, everybody wanted to join us in the coffee house. Everybody's watching the stream. Everybody in the whole of Habbo, they knew. Why would you hide it? PhD is the original doctorate, though. That is where we get the honorific from in the first place. That's crazy. If you have a PhD, you absolutely have the right to call yourself doctor. Get over here. That was Mortal Kombat. Okay, I'm gonna go chat to the good doctor. Gonna tell him no funny business though, because I don't know what he's like. I don't know what he's like. Why is Doctor disrespect the barista? What is the purpose? Trying to buy coffee, it's just taken me to the catalogue. I don't want to view catalogue. I don't want this for myself. I'm stuck on a blank catalogue. Right, while that loads, I'll begin, shall I? The Crow, 2037. A New World of Gods and Monsters by Robert W. Zombie. I love the added formality because he's being a serious screenwriter here, but rather than reverting to his original legal name, which I'm going to assume is not Rob Zombie, he just lengthens and initializes. Oh yeah, Lion's Pride probably would be less laggy. All right, before I get reading this, if I can, I can't even get a. I can't. There is no option to exit this catalog. Why? I would like to leave, please. Because I've got the screen. Yeah, it's because I had it all shrunken so that I could see everything at once. Okay. Right, we're getting rid of this fella. Yeah, maybe this is where he went on to. I don't know if what he did was so bad that he's not allowed anywhere anymore. Maybe it was. Maybe he can't get a job in the streaming sphere anymore. I'd say offer him a job at Cable 2, but that presents several problems of its own. Okay, right. I'm going to see if I can open up Lion's Pride. I don't know if any of you have got that saved somehow, or if you're able to just follow me. Maybe you are. Let's forget that it has alternate branding on it, shall we? Just ignore that. I'd forgotten that it was even in the title. I thought, oh, we can get away with just not going to the HQ, but it's everywhere, isn't it? It's just written everywhere. It won't even let me go there. Come on, let me go to my own world. I created it. It's only fair. Don't make me time you out, Synth. Don't make me time you out. I'll do it. It won't. It's graying out my own rooms. So I'm afraid that's just not an option. Arby, by any chance, did you watch The Truman Show recently? All right. While it's having a think about whether it's going to let me go. Well, look, I'm a tough ruler, but I'm a fair ruler. Okay, as a mod. I don't like my banhammer to taste blood unless absolutely necessary. I mean, yeah, what are the chances? What are the chances of that password being randomly generated? As we said, it's not impossible. Nothing's impossible. They're all, they're all part of the same alphabet. It's completely plausible that a random password generator would come up with that sequence of letters. It has to happen sometimes. Okay. Fade in on. Deep shadow. Parts of the screen slowly lighten to reveal what appears to be the silhouette of Christ on the cross. The shadow of a bird flutters into frame, landing on its shoulder. Basil, voiceover. Let he remain, for he with righteous eye look upon death, and yet not die, and through the streets the black angels go. In heaven we shall meet, so says the crow. The figure comes into focus to reveal it's a scarecrow with a large black crow on its shoulder. Slowly pull back to reveal it's perched atop a rundown 2-story tenement building. Subtitle reads, October 31st, 2010. Halloween, the distant future. October 31st, 2010. As we tilt down the face of the building, which is at the end of a dead-end street. The sound of the rumbling engine and booming opera precedes the arrival of an ominous black, hot-rodded hearse. Whoa. The driver's side door opens. Out steps Max, a small hunchback in a black chauffeur's uniform. He steps around to the passenger's side rear door and opens it. A very tall, 50-ish man with black hair steps out. His razor-sharp features, accented by long, jagged sideburns and a pointed goatee, resemble nothing short of Satan himself. But in direct contrast to his evil face are his clothes, a priest's suit and collar. This is Father Damien Finch. Damien. Max, the bag. Max. Got it right here, boss. Damien, follow me. Max follows Damien up the steps and into the building. Interior, building, same. The halls are lined with flickering jack-o'-lanterns. Max limps after Damien up the creaky stairs to the second floor. Max. Sweet Jesus! Someone in this building sure loves Halloween, eh, boss? When I want the opinion of a hunchback... Oh, not saying that. Boy, 97 was a different time, huh? He said some different words. I'm gonna put my head in front of that. You'll be the first to know. Until then, keep your sideshow babble to yourself. Yes, boss. Sorry, boss. Oopsie daisy is right. Bye, Draza. Enjoy listening to this story time. Gonna scroll quickly past it as we get on to the next bit. I mean, to be fair, it could have been worse in 97. It's still not a very nice thing to say. Although I guess this is not supposed to be a very nice guy, so maybe it's okay. Maybe this isn't the opinion of Robert W. Zombie, that would be an okay thing to say. Maybe it's just that he thinks Damien is such a nasty character that he would use a fun, ableist slur against his henchmen. Sup, stream elements. Sup, bruh. Damien stops before a door adorned with strange voodoo paraphernalia. Loud noises of sex coming from within. Damien pounds on the door and waits. A bald, gorilla-like man answers in a filthy bunny costume. Damien pushes him aside and enters the apartment. A filthy pack rat heaven. More Halloween decorations. Piles of junk, old newspapers and garbage. Bird cages stuffed with chickens hang from the ceiling. Overfed cats lie everywhere. Sitting among it is an ill-tempered dwarf running. Boy, this I mean, look, the existence of a character that is specified as a dwarf, not problematic in itself. I'm just going to say now that I can't see it going anywhere. Considering already on page 2 I've had to skip a slur, I just cannot see a way that this character will be treated respectfully. I think the fact that they have dwarfism will come into play in less than acceptable ways. We'll yeah. I mean, I'm gonna forge on. I just, I think I'm a good enough narrator to know when to block myself from just mindlessly saying what's on the screen. But we're gonna go ahead because I have to see what goes on now. There are a lot of guys in this film. You're right. Oh yeah, here we go. The next line. Sitting next to him is an armless old man. Gotta believe that would be treated respectfully as well. Breathing from an oxygen tank. The dwarf acknowledges Damien, then goes back to watching TV. Interior hallway. Max follows Damien down a long hallway. It's a taxidermist's dream, lined with every dead animal imaginable. Remember 2010? Remember this is what it was like. Yeah, that's it. We've at least got to get to the inciting incident, right? We've got to get to the bit where whoever turns into the crow this time. Although I don't know, is the crow the name of the guy? I don't know. I loved the crow when I was a kid, the original, and I don't think I ever saw any of the sequels, and I don't think it's made explicit in the first one. If the name of the guy is the crow, or if the titular crow is. There's a crow that brings them back to life, right? That's like the main conceit of the series, is that people who die in tragic circumstances sometimes get brought back to life by a magical crow. So I don't know if the crow of the title is that crow, or if it is like Batman and the guy wearing the makeup is the crow. I think David Boreanaz was a crow at one point, right? Or was he the bad guy in a crow movie? Yeah, it's strange because Rob Zombie, I mean, obviously in his heyday, he was, I guess, a big name in hair metal. Would you call what he was doing? But then that went out of style, and he just kind of, I don't know. I don't think that he stayed on top. Like he wasn't like the level of like Ozzy Osbourne where he kind of transitioned into the mainstream, into popularity elsewhere for other reasons after his style of stuff wasn't quite as big. And yet, 20 years later, they started giving him these huge franchises. He was given control of the Halloween franchise for a while, which is that's a big thing for a guy who wants to make horror movies. Sicko grunge, new metal. Oh, you think the Crow is his name? He is like Batman. Yeah, I think that might be true. I think even if that wasn't the intention, I think that is how we use it, right? You think of the Crow, that's Brandon Lee. Groove metal. There's a lot of genres. Should have made it. I'm sure I made it clear last week that, I just don't know anything. If it wasn't on the soundtrack to Viva La Bam, I don't know what it is. Yeah, he's sort of an Alice Cooper style, but I think, again, Alice Cooper did a kind of... I mean, he didn't do it in the same way as Ozzy, but I think he kind of endeared himself to lots of other people. Because he went into acting and writing as well. Right? He was in one of the Friday 13th movies, I think. He definitely acted in at least one of them. He was Jason's dad, I think, in one of them, in a flashback. I think he had some hand in production or writing of stuff, right? Too, maybe? Yeah, that's it. If he hasn't... Look, he's not part of Pure Moods. He's not part of the Viva La Bam soundtrack. Then I just don't know it. I'm not gonna be able to learn, and I refuse to try. Okay, so we're in a building. It's 2010. Punks rule the streets. There are flaming barrels everywhere, presumably. And in this apartment building, there is a dead dog crucified to a heavy wooden door at the end of it. Damien snaps his fingers and motions for the bag. Max hands over the bag. Wait in the car. Max limps down the hall. Oh, he's got a limp too. Oh yeah, he's got a hunchback, right? I forgot about that. This is God. I'd already knocked that out of my head that everybody that we're gonna watch The Crow kill is has their own things going on. So I can tell you the origin of the Brandon Lee Crow is he's out with his girlfriend, who is his fiance, and they just get murdered by a bunch of gangsters. And that's it. There really isn't much more to it. I don't think there's any kind of conspiracy or anything. It's just wrong place, wrong time. Like Batman used to be, although I think that's all the new things want that to be a conspiracy too, right? But yeah, just a regular guy. Oh, spooky. Oh, was that... What I've read too much, if that's already too much for you, then we have the option for me to either just skip every description of violence in this, which would make for an interesting read, considering where I can already see this going. I don't know what the other option is, because the other script that I said I found is obviously also an attempt at writing a horror. There's a Oh, it's not just a three-headed witch. It's a cauldron. There's a witch in this. There are witches in this. Okay. Power through. All right. Yes. Everybody should be laying down. Everybody lay down with a mug of cocoa and listen to the classic Christmas tale of Crow 2037, A New World of Gods and Monsters by Robert W. Zombie. Yeah, could be. Could be three of you cousins. The door opens and Damien enters. As the door shuts behind him, push in on the dog's head. No, okay. For spooky's sake, we're not reading that half of the sentence. Unnecessary, Rob Zombie. You're giving yourself a bad name, Rob Zombie. It just looks like anime me dies whenever I take a drink. because the face tracker can't figure out what I'm doing. It just suddenly sees that there's something blocking me. Oh yeah, that was a good idea, Spooky. The second half of that sentence was not very nice, even for me. Like I'm fine with fictional gore, but I don't need to know in what way specifically a dog has been hurt. That's not interesting to me. That's not entertainment by my standards. Whoa! Gretchen Haggis, an old witch, stands opposite Damien over a bizarre cauldron shaped like a three-headed wolf. Swirling smoke and brilliant beams of light pour forth, illuminating strange sculptures of demonic figures that line the room. These figures seem to come to life when hit with a powerful light. Give it here! Give it here! That's Gretchen. Damien opens the bag and removes a bundle wrapped in plastic. This is the last. Yes, number 13! The circle is now complete. All is as it should be. All is as it shall be. No, sadly not a real wolf, but apparently a real witch that can bring things to life using strange light out of a wolf-shaped cauldron. So, you know, it's something. Not the worst thing it could be. Pausing for a drink of coffee. Excuse me. She unwraps the plastic to reveal... Oh, dear Lord. To reveal a baby. It has a second, tiny deformed head growing from its neck. Gretchen smiles. Two heads. What a little cuter. Gretchen drops the baby in the cauldron, and the room explodes with fiery light. Regretting committing to this. As they stare into the vapours, their eyes turn completely white as though they are possessed. I see the gods of Kazimordon are smiling down upon you, Damien. I see their sharp, pearly teeth stretching back in beautiful grins. They have the answers you seek. Shadowy spirit figures appear in the rising smoke now. Tell me, I must know. I've waited a lifetime for these answers. Are my dreams truly the shapes of things to come? Have I seen the future? Ah, the future. Explain this future. The spirit figures suddenly shoot into Damien's body. He goes into a delusional state. Yes, the future. The beautiful visions of dead upon dead. Moving tight on Damien's blood-red eyes as we dissolve to a death montage of the world's terrifying future. Diseased bodies lay dead and dying in the streets. Disease control workers in plague suits control the bodies and burn them. God, is this 2037 or 2020, right? Misery upon misery. The ground bleeding beneath my steps in a dying frenzy. Dissolve 2. Exterior, abandoned building, night. Damien preaches to a small crowd. Matthew 16:18. Upon this rock I will build my church, and the gates of Hades shall not prevail against it. You really talk about Hades in the Bible? Seems unlikely, but has been a good 20 years since I was at Catholic school. So I couldn't say with conviction whether or not that's true. Doesn't seem like it would be. I just can't see how it could be. Interior, church, night. A slightly older Damien now wearing a flowing robe inside a makeshift church. A large crowd sits mesmerized. Revelations 1:18. I am he that liveth and was dead, and am alive for evermore, and have the keys of death and Hades. Dissolve 2. External, gallows, night. Don't know if this is still the dream sequence or not. Several people wait to be hanged at a large wooden gallows. Damien addresses the crowd, his hair now long and grey. I guess it still is. Or we're just travelling through the future to his vision. We'll see. Brothers and sisters, this is a dawning of a new day. The heretics responsible for our suffering will be exposed and exterminated. We shall punish the guilty and cleanse our world of Satan's servants. The floor drops open and they fall, their necks snapping collectively like a clap of thunder. The crowd roars and chants Damien's name. He overlooks them, arms raised. The power of hate, pure, untainted power, like a velvet glove cast in iron, clutching the throat of a sick, anemic world. A world where the meek inherit nothing but pain and suffering, constant and eternal. Dissolve 2, interior, Gretchen's room, same. Lightning crashes, then all is normal again. The lights subside, the smoke settles, their eyes return to normal. So, it is true. Oh yes, my brother Damien, these are not mere hallucinations, these are the prophecies. But when? How will I know? You will know. Soon the jaws of hell will snap open, and the cards of fate will be dealt. You, my friend, will be one of the fortunate few dealt a winning hand. Something new in the vapours catches Gretchen's attention. Something isn't right. What? What do you see? Is there more? I see an obstacle. It's faint, but I see an adversary. More smoke belches from the cauldron. A faint image forms. Dissolve 2, external neighbourhood street, dusk. A street sign. Bray Street. Children in Halloween costumes run by as we push in on a house. A friendly scarecrow propped in the well-kept yard. We continue through the front door. Interior, house, same. A 9-year-old boy, Basil Gorgon, is helping his mum. An attractive woman in her mid-30s decorate a Halloween cake. Glad his mum's attractive. I always wonder, when they don't put it in, you have to wonder, don't you? It is a child. He is small and frail, but one day he will stand between you and the legacy of brutality you desire. Push in on the cake to design a skull with wings. R.I.P. written on the forehead, and Happy Halloween on the bottom. Impossible. How can this boy threaten me? Jeopardize my plans? Cut 2, interior, Gretchen's room, same. The image grows hazier before them. This I cannot explain, but believe what I speak, Damien, there is more to this boy than even I can see. He is a threat. Damien becomes grim as he watches the vanishing image, the laughing face of Basil. Lightning crashes as we dissolve 2, close on a television screen. Playing Uncle Wolfie's Creature double feature, a black and white low-budget 60s style horror movie show. The host, Uncle Wolfie, vampire, and a werewolf. He sits in a cheesy graveyard set on an ornate sofa made of coffin lids. He speaks in a bad Bela Lugosi voice. Awoo! Well, boils and ghouls, I hope it's not too scary for you, my little fiends. If it is, you better call your mummy. Mummy! An Egyptian mummy walks over and sits with Uncle Wolfie. Welcome, mummy. Speaking of mummies, what do you get when you cross a mummy with a vampire, Pull back to reveal we are... Interior, Basil's house, night. Basil sits on a stool in front of the TV, dressed for Halloween in a black robe and skeleton gloves. His mum applies skull makeup to his face. Is this going to be a Kid Crow? Everything's pointing towards this being a kid crow. And I'm concerned. I'm worried. Basil has a white streak in his hair and a large band-aid on his forehead. A gift-wrapped bat. The action on TV shows a toy bat wrapped in bandages, dropping from above and dangling over Uncle Wolfie's head. A gift-wrapped bat! Hoo-hoo! And now for something really disgustingly horrifying evil. A word from our sponsor. How do you know that? Says Basil's mum. Everybody knows it, Mum. It's a baby joke. Knock knock. Who's there? Interrupting cow. Interrupting cow. Moo! Says Basil, interrupting. As Basil and his mother break into laughter, pan over to a framed family portrait of a baby Basil with his mother and father, who is dressed in a police uniform. Gotta respect him. Cut 2. External. Basil Street. Night. When do we meet the Crow? Alive with Halloween excitement, children dressed as witches, ghosts and goblins scurry from house to house. Cut to interior Basil's house. Night. Basil is sitting at the kitchen table, eating cookies and milk. Mum is washing dishes. Basil. Mum? Mum. Yeah, Baz? Basil, regarding his band-aid. Can I take this off? It looks dumb. The Crimson Ghost wouldn't wear a stupid band-aid. Well, maybe the Crimson Ghosts shouldn't get into so many fights at school and he wouldn't have to. But Mom, I told you, Davy Vines took Joey's spelling book. I had to hit him. He was laughing at us and calling us mama's boys. I know, baby, but you can't keep fighting with those big kids. Just ignore them, okay? That's not what Dad would have done. Mum sighs sadly. I know, but just be careful, Baz. Goes to inspect his wound. Let's take a look. Peels back the band-aid. I guess it's healed, but promise me now, no more fighting. Page 10. Still no Crow. Basil looks sincere, but crosses his fingers behind his back. Rascal. I promise. That's right, I agree. Synth is the Crimson Ghosts. I will vouch for the fact that I've never seen Synth wearing a band-aid. Certainly not a stupid one for babies. And yeah, I gotta say, I don't know, is Rob Zombie one of those weird guys who's like, yeah, I don't care about whatever, I like gore and bats and fighting and blood, but I love things I do love. The cops, the troops, America, the flag. I think death is cool and beautiful. Which I guess actually, now I'm saying, as I'm saying it, I'm realizing how morally consistent that worldview actually is. It's not, there is no weirdness or hypocrisy there at all, I suppose. Yeah, this is the show now. We've moved so far away from what this show was ever supposed to be. Look, I would be doing the normal stuff. Haboon's broken. What am I supposed to do if Haboon's broken? If I can't get onto the Boon, the only available recourse here, the only option I have is to read Rob Zombie. And yes, look, yeah, I'm a floppy-haired anime boy in a spider bowl. Yeah, sure. So what? Look, the Crimson Ghost wouldn't have to take that. You don't want to see me angry, do you? You don't want to see me angry, do you? Do ya? Do ya? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay? You want none of this, right? You don't want none of this. I'm learning. I'm reading Rob Zombie scripts, and I'm learning about violence. Okay? And once I've gotten to page 107, wow, short movie. That is, yeah, it's pretty short. I guess maybe not for 97 standards. Yeah, it might look like I'm snarling, but as soon as it hears me talking, it knows. Teeth move now. It does also look quite a lot like he sticks his tongue out fairly regularly. promise I haven't turned into an e-boy. I don't actually stick my tongue out this often while talking on camera. But hey, look, if it gets me the views, not saying I wouldn't, not saying I'll never. Oh yeah, I forgot. I have. Check this out. Blah blah. I'm the crow. Blah blah. Apologies to Spooky, if that was too much. Well, I'm glad that like I said, I just want to be accepted. I just want to be seen. I just want to be understood. I just want to be heard. It was okay. All right. I don't think I can do anything. Well, I don't know. What do you get if you cross a vampire with a MikeO? A bat in a bowl. Which is, I think, just as effective a joke as a gift wrap bat, in that neither are actual things, so neither really work as wordplay, as a punchline. This is me apologising. Look, I'm deeply, sincerely apologetic for putting blood on the screen. Yeah, I mean, I'm actually with you, Sid. I do. As soon as I saw that effect and I played it, I did think, "Hey, Batman," as if bats are a trademark. Like that's a Batman thing. Batman invented that. When you see bats out in the wild, you see a bat cave, and you think, "Hey, just like the one Batman has." Okay, I think I can turn this frown upside down. And don't just tell me that's a smile, not an upside down frown. I can see it coming. Yeah, they should. It's like that skateboard headline that I found the other day. It's like someone looked at Batman and they were like, "Whoa, we should bring these into the real world. Wouldn't it be cool if they were real bats?" Like how people read Iron Man and are like, "Whoa, I'm going to invent an EMP thing that attaches to my glove." Somebody else just reading Batman. And thinking, yeah, Batarangs, cool, Batmobile, yeah. But what if, what are those things that live in his cave? What if we can make them in the real world? That'd be cool. I could definitely be in a virtual pop band. I'm just going to put that out there. If anyone's hiring, this will be my sizzle reel to join a... Is it a Fortnite band? Is it Fortnite that has the band, or is it something else Fortnite style? Yeah, exactly. It'd be so sick if there was like metal. Like yeah, what's that thing that Iron Man's suit is made out of? They should make cars out of that. Can you imagine how powerful cars would be? They're made out of iron. Is Iron Man even made out of iron? I doubt it. I don't think that would be the most effective choice of material for armor, right? I don't think they make armor out of iron. What's more scary, a bat-sized human or a human-sized bat? I think a human-sized bat is... Well, I don't know. They're both scary, but I think in very different ways. I think... So a bat-sized human is scary in the sense that it's not something you've seen before, right? If you saw a tiny little human that could like stand on your desktop, you would freak out a little bit, I think, but it would be more of a shock than like a terror. You know, you'd be scared, being like, oh, it's some kind of mythical creature, right? It doesn't necessarily mean that you're threatened by it. You just think, oh, what the fuck? I didn't know that existed. I'm a little freaked out to find out that this world is bigger than the natural world that I had been familiar with. You know, my boundaries have been expanded against my will. You know, my horizons. But I think a human-sized bat is scarier in a more traditional sense. That is horrific. Because I'm not scared of regular-sized bats, but largely because I think I have a pretty good grasp on what can hurt me and whatnot. Like, I'm not scared of spiders or anything, because I know that realistically, no spider I'm going to come across in my lifetime. Unless I'm traveling somewhere far more exotic than where I live. I can't be harmed by a spider, so I'm not scared by spiders. So in a similar way, I'm not scared of regular bats, because a regular bat isn't going to hurt me. And even if it tried, I'm bigger than it. I'm stronger than it. I could beat a regular sized bat in hand-to-hand combat if I had to, if it came down to it. I'm not saying I would. I'm not saying I want to, but I feel like I could. Whereas a human-sized bat, I don't know. Suddenly you've got a 6-foot creature with what, like a 12-foot wingspan, claws. Like, when the claws are little and they dig into you, that might scratch you, might hurt you, but it's not going to kill you. You're very unlikely, unless they just happen to catch an essential artery or something, they're not going to hurt you. But yeah, again, I might be freaked out by a human-sized bat. They might have no ill will towards me. I'm assuming that a human-sized bat would be a monster, but it'd probably be it's just like a regular bat, but big, right? And a regular bat isn't going to try and hurt me. Regular bats are not, they're not our predators. They're not known for attacking humans, I don't think. I think they're fairly docile creatures generally. They're quite nice bats. I don't think that I think they seem scary because when they fly, they fly in groups, and if you startle them, they'll suddenly fly towards the exit, which is probably where you came from. In which case, it does look like you're being mobbed by a large swarm of animals. But I don't think, again, that their instinct is to flee, not to attack. So yeah, I've given this a lot of thought. Okay, a lot of thought. Yeah, there is a Batman villain who is in fact a human-sized bat, and I don't know if every superhero has a version of that. I think there's definitely some sort of man spider that Spider-Man's fought, right? Or he's turned into one, definitely at least one point. I don't know if he has a villain who is a large spider. Probably he does. Does Iron Man have a man-iron? Who is instead a metal man covered in flesh that he's sourced from somewhere? That would be, yeah, again, that would be scary. That if you're asking me what's scary, an Iron Man or a man-iron, if the man-iron is how I imagine, then it's definitely man-iron. Is there an Oh Mike? I think it seems likely, as we've gone on, as we've met all these different MikeOs, it's only a matter of time, right, until we meet a villain version of MikeO. It's got to be on its way, right? It's got to be coming at some point. There must be a bad version of me. They can't all, because I guess the way alternate universes work, the kind of the string theory or whatever, the parallel. It's one small difference each time, right? So probably for a while, as you're going through alternate universes, if I'm doing them in order of distance from our universe, like expanding outward, then they all probably stay somewhat similar to me for a while. But the further out you get, the more changes. It's like old JPEG artifacts, when you used to save the same file multiple times and it would degrade each time. You just make one small change each time, but it adds up and it adds up, and eventually you're gonna get to a MikeO who is the antithesis of our universes, of universe 2041's prime MikeO. Yes, spooky. That was my assumption. Was that the opposite to Iron Man? So Iron Man is a human flesh-based man covered in iron, and so the reverse of that, the man-iron, would be a metal man, much like Terminator. Yes, a metal endoskeleton covered in human flesh, which I guess in their universe is the same thing. They mine it. They mine humans. and flog them, flay them, and use their resources to create high-tech armors and the like. That is my assumption. Titanium 2. I'm just going back on that. Yeah, Titanium 2. Titaniums are fine. Is Titanium strong? We talk about it as strong, but then that's what we shove in people, isn't it? It's what you put in someone's broken arm, or someone's broken back. Just put a bunch of titanium in there. Maybe that's because it's strong. You've got to assume it's somewhat flexible. I have a pin in my elbow that I think is titanium. Well, it's a titanium alloy, I guess. So maybe that's the difference. But I can still bend my arm just fine. But then I don't know exactly where the pin is because I can't see inside my skin. I didn't really ask that many questions when it was being done. So who knows? Maybe I'm the man iron. I've got metal inside me and flesh on the outside. Maybe I've been the man iron this whole time. Yeah, I'm essentially a bone Gundam. Yeah, if you think about it, we're all kind of mechs, aren't we? Humans are machines. Has anybody ever thought about this? Our brain is basically the most powerful calculator on Earth. Wolverine is man iron. Wolverine is man iron. He's metal on the inside, flesh on the outside. See, it's not that horrifying because it is his own flesh. They just flipped it on us. Yeah, we thinking on Sundays? Is that what the T stands for in TJS? Thinking gets it Sunday. There has never been an irrelevant spooky post. Okay, everybody knows this. We are coming up to the end of the hour. We never even met the crow. Haboon. This is what Haboon looks like now. So that's something. So all that really remains, I guess I'm going to check on the results now. Check on the results of our contest. We'll just see who's won and who's going to be closing out the show. Which MikeO we're going to meet in the Verse Lab. And it's very strange. I say even by the new standard set for Multiverse. This has been an odd duck, hasn't it? Is this the first stream ever where there hasn't been any sort of game actually actively played? Which is fine, because I'm not a nerd. This isn't a gamer stream. You know which one? I think I know which one too. I think there was only one that was voted for. But I'm just gonna make sure. Just gonna make absolutely sure. Come on, stream elements. I know, you're chugging along. I've made everything work much slower. Life is difficult. Did you enjoy this stream? Well, I'm glad you liked it anyway. I enjoyed. I mean, I must say, Anime MikeO is much more responsive than our old friend, every other MikeO. And I'm enjoying the flop. I'm enjoying it very much. The realistic head movement. All these ways I can turn without becoming 2D. All right, so let's look at these results. Let's tally up the scores. So in no particular order. Oh, interesting. Okay, WG98 got 14% of the vote. AD08L got 14% of the vote. DCDR got 14% of the vote. But I like that. Yeah, that's the name of this MikeO. I've just been leaving the naming conventions to you guys because you are much better at coming up with it. I very much enjoyed whoever coined Mike Oklahoma last week. That was good. I had not had any idea what that MikeO was called from that universe. First place, storming ahead, a landslide, won by a lot. FAS 7-0. So in just a moment we will be meeting our new friend FAS 7-0. And I'm very, very happy that you all came along to play with me today. As I know it's been a weird one. I know it's been a strange one. Yeah, it was absolutely no contest. We're gonna get there. Oh, it looks like Habbo has decided to try and load in again as I'm doing this. That's interesting. That's fun. So I'm just getting the lab ready. As you can imagine, it's fighting me on it. It is fighting me on it. But we're gonna skip over there, surely. Encore. Encore of what? What do you want me to do again? What have I even done? You want me to reread that whole script? You want me to go back to it? You want me to go back to the stuff about the dog specifically? Oh, I love it when a program asks me to enter my password, especially a program I'm not even 100% sure I'm using currently. That's fun. Okay. Interesting. Righty Rooney, let's okay, let's have a little journey over to the Verse Lab, shall we? Right, who on earth is this? Who have we got here today? Hello, everybody. Look who it is. It's me. Oh, Mike. The reverse of the MikeO you know and love. You didn't think you'd be seeing me today, did you? Yes, this is my power. I'm ready. I'm ready for anything. I'm ready to take over this whole ship. You'll see. This ship, the Starship Lascelles, will be mine this time next week. I will be the one reading Rob Zombie, and I will say all of the slurs on the page, and even add some of my own. It's me. What are the chances that I would appear today, the dread Mike? The complete and total opposite of everything MikeO stands for. No, don't boo me! Boo yourself! Boo yourself! Oh, I can. You won't be seeing your precious MikeO anymore. MikeO's time on Cable 2 is done. I'm moving us to the future. Cable 3 will be here this time next week, you mark my words. No, not Steve Wilkos. You can't. Anything but Steve Wilkos. Yes, so many flaws and failings. In fact, I'm so sure none of you can stop me. I'll give you my password. My password is MikeO sucks! ! And guess what? That wasn't randomly generated. I chose it myself. No! Boo! Boo to MikeO! Boo! Hear that, MikeO? Everybody's booing you. The whole audience has turned against you. I am their king now. They love Mike and only Mike. Randomly generated passwords are for doo-doo heads.